How to create an online course step by step. This video is the second part of 3 of this mini-series on designing and producing an online course. If you haven't already watched part 1 of this series, you can click on the link on the description below this video, and I also put a link here or maybe here. In the first episode, I explained how to plan the online course and which tools you can use to craft it from scratch. In this video, I want to continue the conversation by explaining 1. What to do before recording a single video, and 2. Different suggestions based on my experience to prevent mistakes. And in the next video, part 3 of this mini-series, I'll share with you tips and tricks on how to record a video using a camera. Let's dive deep into the first part of this video. What to do before recording a single piece of video. First of all, I need you to be prepared. I suggest organizing your entire course, section and content with mind maps. I explained the power of the mind maps in the previous video. They help you organize not only your ideas and content, but the sequence on how to present them to your audience. The efficacy and efficiency of your online course are related to your ability to create a step-by-step process of explaining concepts in the correct order to make them comprehensible for your client. I want to share with you a critical mindset that can help you focus in the right direction when you are producing content. Be aware that, especially when we are learning new things, our mind is making some effort to understand and comprehend the content. Yes, there is two different meanings for these two words, understand and comprehend. Keep in mind that I'm sharing my personal point of view. Understand means that you are understanding the words the training is using, but at the same time, it could still be challenging to internalize the concepts. I mean, say, learning the deep meaning. Comprehend means that you not only understand what the speaker is saying, but you are learning the value of the concepts shared and how to put them into practice. It is a slight difference, but it is so important when you want to teach or share something with someone. Why I'm telling you this? Because in an ideal situation, you should share something by using simple words and straightforward sentences as well. The less confusion you create, the easier the comprehension for your viewer will be, the faster your viewer will become your fan forever. The simpler you explain the concepts, the higher your engagement rate and the retention rate of your viewers on your videos will be. This is why it is so crucial to plan the entire video course first before creating a single video. Personally, I use a software called Xmind, which is very easy to use, and for the purpose of this video, you can start with the free version of the software. My personal suggestion is to create a mind map with all the content you want to include in the online course. Put in the first map the main sections of your course, and do not overthink about them, just write them down. Then put them in the correct order. The next step is to create a new main map for every section of the course you have previously written on your main mind map. In this way, you can define in detail the content to include in every chapter. To be honest, you can follow the same process to write a book, for instance, or to define a method to create whatever you want. I want to share with you another important tip that can help you define the entire process and content of your online course. Put yourself in the client's shoes. Follow me on this way of thinking. If you are sharing a process because you want to help your ideal client to achieve a specific goal, it's extremely important that you define the stage in which your client is right now. For example, if you want to create an online course to teach salsa lessons for beginners, you need to start from scratch, from the basics, by paying attention to not leaving out some basic concepts and moves that a newbie needs to know in order to start dancing. On the flip side, you can create an intermediate course on salsa, where you set a different starting point. You can also plan an advanced course for dancers that are in a completely different stage. Every course begins with different knowledge based on the client's stage. Keep it in mind. If you plan to record your entire course with the camera, I want to share with you a trick that can help you stay on the path by using a teleprompter. A teleprompter is an object that needs to be used with your camera. It gives you hints about what to say in your speech. It is easier to see it instead of using words to explain how it works. Let's take a look at the website padcaster.com/pages/parrot. As you can read from the website, Parrot transforms your smartphone into a miniature teleprompter, and it is compatible with most smartphones, including iPhones and Android-powered devices. Take the Parrot teleprompter anywhere your videos take you. No more memorizing lines or looking down at your script. With Parrot teleprompter, you can speak naturally while looking directly at the lens and interact directly with your audience. It's a fantastic tool that can be used in two different ways. You can write down the complete content of your course and read it word by word, thanks to the teleprompter, or you can create a file with the main points you have included in the mind map in order to keep yourself on the right path while sharing content. In the second option, my preferred version, you can improvise your speech by reading the main points and explaining the topic based on your experience. It's like sharing your knowledge by viewing some slides. It's the same concept. For sure, the speech is more natural. By the way, it takes practice to be confident in front of a camera. Now that we have defined what to do before the recording session, at the content level, I want to share with you a phenomenal exercise to do with a pen to train your voice before recording. It's a fantastic exercise that lets you open your mouth to pronounce words easily in order to be understood by your audience. You need to be aware that if you don't open your mouth enough, you can't speak clearly. Let's do this exercise together. It's easier to understand. Put the pen between your teeth like this, and then read something you want for a minute. The goal is simple. You have to make some effort to speak with the pen, and then you will be able to communicate clearly and efficiently. Let's do this exercise. I'm going to read something on my computer, and I'm going to read it with the pen in my mouth. Let's do it. If you have bought a camera and after unpacking it from the box, you are intimidated by the number of buttons and dials and by the thickness of the manual, it can be very tempting to put the manual down, flick it onto auto and start shooting. Now let's read the same text without the pen on my mouth. If you have bought a camera, after unpacking it from the box, you are intimidated by the number of buttons and dials and by the thickness of the manual. It can be very tempting to put the manual down, flick it onto auto and start shooting. It's very easy to read something or to speak about a specific topic after doing this exercise. Now, I have an important tip to share with you. As you can hear from my fucking Italian accent, I'm not a native English speaker and I make lots of mistakes too. But it doesn't matter. My goal is to let my audience understand my point of view by speaking clearly, not too fast, not too slow as well, and I'm not using slangs. Okay, in my case, because I don't know them, but I want to underline another important point. You need to create content that everyone can understand, not only your friends. For instance, in Italy, you can use many different dialects, but if I speak Friulano or Veneto or Rome dialect, most probably I reach only few people in my country that can comprehend what I'm saying. So, pay attention to this important aspect. Be ready to use your language to be understood by anyone you want to impact with your content in different continents. Now, I want to share with you other aspects that you need to be aware of. First of all, you will make many mistakes. Be aware of this aspect. Your first videos will be a sort of horrible thing to watch, but it's completely normal. For instance, I remember my first video with a camera. I did it most probably 10 times in order to create an acceptable video, and believe me, I made many mistakes in expressing myself. I wasn't very comfortable speaking in front of a camera. For a 5-minute content video, I recorded probably 15 minutes, and I did a lot of work in the post-production. I felt myself incapable of sharing knowledge and ideas, but this perception on myself changed by doing different videos. Again, you learn by doing something. It's like going to the gym. You need to train your muscles to let them grow. The more you work, the more you improve. There aren't any particular secrets to share. Another important aspect is to learn to be natural sharing content. Be yourself, no matter the mistakes or imperfection, and please, do not look for perfection. Perfection is the enemy of success, and to be very honest, people don't like perfect people. Look at me. My English is far to be perfect. I make lots of mistakes. I use the wrong verbs sometimes, but who cares? I'm not here to teach you English, but to let my audience know my experience and my knowledge to help them develop an online business. Before closing this video, I have other 2 essential tips to share with you. Number 1, the video's length. I suggest you create videos of max 20 minutes. If you are sharing a topic and the duration of your final video is 50 minutes, consider dividing this video in 3 parts. In that way, your audience can consume your content easily, and it gives them a sense of completing steps daily. Number 2, possibly at the end of every video, invite your viewer to continue watching other content by creating a sort of anticipation for the steps to come. I did it in the first part of this video series, and I'll do it at the end of this video as well. Okay, for this video I think is enough. In the third video and last part of these 3 video series, I want to share with you all the things you need to know to record videos in front of a camera. Tools, the set, different types of recordings, softwares, etc., etc. You will love that content. If you find the information I shared valuable, or if you think this information can help other people, feel free to share the video with anyone you want. It's a pleasure for me, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel. And please let me know your point of view by leaving a comment below this video. Keep in touch in the next episode.